We got a lot.
I think it's close enough that we can go ahead. All right. Why don't we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk, call the roll.
Gallagher.
Here.
Callaghan.
Here.
Jacoby.
Present.
Garber.
Here.
Showers.
Here.
Freeman.
Present.
Olson.
Here.
Okay. Let us reflect that we do have a quorum for this meeting. And I will entertain
I would like to make a motion to approve the consent agenda with the exception of the personnel agenda. Pull the police department promotion and public works promotion out of that to approve everything else.
Okay, is there a second to that motion? Okay. Any discussion on that?
Quick question. I just want to confirm that one has a fire as well. You want to leave that one in the consent agenda? A fire department?
Yeah, we can
Okay.
leave that in there.
Okay, just want to confirm we've got the 3 different ones.
Anyone else? Clerk, call the roll.
Gallagher.
Yes.
Callaghan.
Yes.
Jacoby.
Yes.
Scarborough.
Yes.
Showers.
Yes.
Freeman.
Yes.
Olson.
Yes.
Okay. And at this point, I'm going to entertain a motion to go into closed session pursuant to 610.021.
I have a quick question. Was that an approval of the minutes except for line C? Or was it
No.
just to take them separate?
Just to take the two
Okay.
out.
So we still would have to have a separate motion now to do the regular consent agenda? Okay, want to make sure I was on the right page.
Okay.
No. What did you say? Because I made the motion to approve the consent agenda minus.
Okay, that was my question. Yeah, I wanted to make sure that, okay, that
Yeah,
was my
Minus
understanding.
it, so,
Okay, perfect.
okay,
Okay.
So the consent agenda is already approved.
correct.
So, okay.
Thank
you.
I'll make a motion, we go into closed session regarding 610.021 subsection 3.
Is there a second?
Second.
Clerk, call the roll.
Gallagher.
Yes.
Callaghan.
Yes.
Jacoby.
Yes.
Scarborough.
Yes.
Showers.
Yes.
Freeman.
Aye.
Olson.
Yes.
Alrighty. We will be out.
I'll be back. I'll be back. Okay.
Okay, good.
So, grab this one.
What's the issues?
Closed session 610, secondary personnel.
What were the police promotions?
Supervisor.
Dispatch, right? And then mine's Josh.
Yeah.
Josh to
What's
assistant.
like, no, what's the 610, whatever, that?
610 is personnel, closed on personnel, I think it's.
Oh, it's not real estate.
Oh, I don't know, I thought it was personnel.
Is somebody in there, chief?
I can pull it up probably on my email.
Might be real estate.
Oh, it's on here, probably.
It's on the bottom of that, usually.
3 is the hiring, fire, and discipline motion for particular employees.
They said 3? The personnel. Well, can you do it in 3 minutes? Keep it to like an 11-minute meeting?
Be awesome.
Look, the door's already open. They're done. Good job. Or they're just really hot in there. Oh, it's you. We thought you were done already. Yes, you.
They got a full redo it.
Oh, Jim's.
And yours is a new ambulance, right? Or is it pump? A new. Yeah. Isn't there a new pump coming too?
Well, no, we're just talking.
Gotcha.
20.
You still have
2030. Try to get an ambulance by 2030. So,
You have two pumpers in use.
yeah, we got the 96, 2010. Years.
I remember the 2010 purchase, the other one was here when I started.
Yes, it's 30 years old, so.
Diesel on a F-550 body.
Stainless.
And it is a Ford. What are your two ambulances now? Are they both Ford?
No, our first one, the one we have now is Chevy.
They go.
The old ones.
What's the one that seems like it's always having problems?
Well, that's our regular one, which is the Chevy, the Chevy Econoline, or whatever.
I could quote on it like about 2,500.
Something like that.
2,800.
Under, it's underpowered. Turbo on there, to try to turbo diesel, but we've never replaced turbo. Never replaced turbo.
Yeah.
He's racing. There's a camera out there too. Oh, I know. Johnny's texting me. Like, it's me. That's part of me. So it's like, this is really Okay. Did you see that AI picture?
I did.
So luckily, I went home early Friday. My daughter, in the middle of the night, had said that her cat fell through the litter cage. And I didn't check to see like how she may have protected the bastard. So I go in there, there's a sheet on the lamp, like the heat lamp. So that's great, I'm sure, like a little fire hazard. I was like, cool, you can burn your dad up in the middle of the day. And so I had taken that off, and I was sweeping the floor out in the living room, and I hear like some things falling down, and I see the cat in the lizard cage with the lizard in her mouth, and had to like yank her out of there by her tail. This poor lizard has been tortured. We have two. We have a medium-sized one, and then we have a very much a baby. And we thought we were able to keep them together because that's what the store had said when we bought them. That was wrong because the big one attacked the little one and tried to kill it. And so we were recouping it. And then now the cat tried to eat the lizard, and we're like this poor baby.
One of the Komodo dragons.
Bearded dragon. I've had a lot of different lizards.
Those are kind of scary looking though, right? Bearded dragons, aren't they scary looking?
They're not scary. I mean,
How big are they?
they get really big. They can get like from here to here probably. Maybe a little bigger if you have a big enough cage.
And who wanted these things?
I wanted a gecko. I've already had bearded dragons. The kids wanted a bearded dragon and switched to them while at school. Really. I mean, this is the baby, so he's not scary. It's a little alligator. This is the bigger one, and it's red.
They bite.
I mean, like sandpaper.
They don't have teeth.
Yeah, I mean, they have sandpaper teeth.
We're gonna call it teeth.
I
Might not
mean,
pass.
it definitely drew, yeah, it definitely drew some blood on the baby. It doesn't feel good. No, definitely the big lizard took out like the baby's eye at one point and broke its jaw.
Broke its jaw.
Yeah. So its mouth kind of hangs. And it had just healed, and then the cat, I thought, punctured its lung. I was like crying. Shane was yelling because he was sleeping, and I was like, the lizard's gonna die. So, very dramatic.
So, that's about your recommendation.
Oh, no. Friendly hello.
They got doubts about our plans. This really shouldn't be a concern about recommendation.
Yep.
That's kind it's not their job to know what those people are doing. Or how they're doing
How about the Academy sponsorship? So now I got rid of horses. I just happened to stumble across a Facebook group. that says
Jared?
Free horses for good homes.
We can usually come up with that. It's past Cameron. And I force me because all the time. It's very free, but you're situation. You know what, I changed my mind, go ahead and get it, because then I can bring Elizabeth up there and she can show you how to write it. For free. Versus the lady I have to take.
I tried to tell you, bring your board.
That was salty, okay? And Jessica would at least throw me up on Ranger. He lives somewhere up in Cameron, he's retired now. I mean, he was 16 when we got him. Jessica's so many. It was right down the road. Yeah, it's like, yeah, until it eats everything, destroys every bed. I'm actually surprised you got another. I really would, but I was scared that you would have to eat them. Marcus is waiting to hear back on the job with his attorney. What's in the fire department?
Well,
Besides you and
ambulance, well, at open house on Saturday,
what time?
and
To see what we do?
now we do it in conjunction with Fire Prevention Week. It's that week. Theme this year is lithium-ion battery safety, so we'll take people's batteries as long as they're not damaged. So get rid of them.
The girls and I may stop in. We'll have practice.
We'll do, we'll just have some
That's in town.
donuts and whatever.
We'll stop in right before practice at noon here. Say hi.
Sure.
We haven't seen it.
Might have a fire truck there, it's, I don't know, we'll see. It's there, yeah.
Speaking of, where's Jen? Sorry.
She's working at Tacoma now.
What?
She's not nearly as available as she used to be.
Did not.
For Tacoma, so
Where?
she's not really, she's kind of not really on the schedule here much.
Oh no. Is she gonna be there Saturday?
I don't know.
Oh, that's rude.
I don't know if she works or not. So, working and trying to finish up our paramedic class. So
Yeah. That definitely takes a lot of
it
time.
does take a lot.
Yeah. Plus the kindergartner that always takes it. They are failing. 3620, they're broke the minimum.
Yeah, this seems like this should be enough. Deal here. This should be an issue.
And we're going to new cruise ship on. It has a skydiving thing on it. Obviously not skydiving, but kind of like sky zone. And the Julie was supposed to.
Never been.
You know, that's what you said. Sad. For you. You what? Wait, the animal? Should get some. Their eggs are better. They're still dirty. They are too. Chickens are dirty, but ducks are dirtier. But when they're cute, I want to pet them. Slash, yeah, the one I think she definitely got the hint though. It's not that it was really a hint. Mm. Just have that picture to save so you can stare at it sometimes. She does that every year. Yeah, I would not like that. Does Amanda see that? Oh, that wouldn't go well.
Walking all the old. It's under here.
They want you to go ride in the parade. That was weird. That's cute. I'm very excited. No reason. Even if this is an argument, I know I can get through an argument quicker than this.
You see that, remember Mark Sanchez? Played for UFC in the Jets. Quarterback. He stabbed somebody this weekend.
Did they die?
I don't think so.
Happens.
What are we doing here?
And, on Friday, the kids asked me to coach a football game. And, I said, no, I'm not leaving the house for 24 hours. I was like, all these kids that I take everywhere, I suggest you call one of their friends or one of their parents. Was not interested. Chelsea let go one of those in Arabella's room. She thought it'd be fun. So there's a cricket bouncing around Arabella's room, pissing her off.
Not great.
Oh, it's a grasshopper.
That's a dang, what you call it?
I don't know.
Praying mantis.
Gross. It's green. Same thing.
Do we have our next luncheon
John said
date
you need
set
to
yet?
shine your boot.
What?
Says you need to shine your boot. A friend. I'm not gonna tell you now because I don't want you to throw them under a bus. Didn't you get a boot shiner thing? Well, clearly you need to use it. Okay, now answer Pete.
Actually, think about it today, like I want to do it early in October, so that we can have our next one early in November, so we're not all burnt out on Thanksgiving food. So I was thinking maybe next Friday.
Okay. Next Friday, what date, what's the, let's see here.
17, which is really not early, but
We didn't go to school that day for some reason. I'll be here, but unwillingly. Is it soup?
AKA it's chili.
Yeah.
That's soup. Chili's not soup. Soup's not chili.
If it goes, it's a bowl.
Something in a
You
bowl.
can put something in a bowl.
Um,
It can be made in a crock pot. Well, all these things are not working in my head. Well, maybe Shane makes clam chowder. Do you guys on that too?
And we just did something chunky, the chapter. We said, it was skin point job.
Okay,
I like clam chowder.
I like this clean chowder, I don't like this clean chowder. What are those friends recipes?
It's imitation crab.
What?
It's just imitation crab.
Clam? Clam chowder? Not crab,
Clam, imitation clam, whatever.
no. Clams,
It's not in,
it's not imitation.
just,
I'm not even sure there is an imitation clams.
I don't think there is.
I'm like, I'm not sure.
Imitation
Maybe.
clams.
You're disgusting. First time Elizabeth ate it, she was so excited that he was, she was soup. She's like, this is delicious. And then the very last bite, I messed up and told her it was clam chowder. She threw it up everywhere. She'll never eat it.
Like,
She's Elizabeth. I thought it was potato soup and like you liked it until I told you what it was.
I'll try to sneak in deer meat every once in a while.
Absolutely not.
Smell it before she tastes it.
Yeah, I don't do it. I don't like.
You can't tell summer sauce, you know, it tastes just like.
I can too. It does not. I tasted it once. Maybe try it on. What do you think about that? But you go Monday, streets are gonna be out until 9. Okay, 6. We're both scheduled. Don't think that at all. It's okay. I really think I can do it on court days.
no.
Was originally in my office, that's true.
We didn't make 15 minutes. Either.
Sorry. Okay,
Make a motion, we come out of closed session.
second. Clerk call the roll.
Gallagher,
Yes.
Halligan,
Yes.
Jacoby,
Yes.
Scarborough,
Yes.
Showers,
Yes.
Freeman,
Yes.
Olson.
Yes.
And are there any motions coming out of closed session?
I make a motion that we accept the Personnel Committee's recommendation for the Communications Officer promotion of Rochelle Scarborough to full-time supervisor at the pay grade listed.
Second. Any further discussion? Clerk call the roll.
Gallagher,
Yes.
Halligan,
Yes.
Jacoby,
Yes.
Scarborough, Abstain?
Showers.
Yes.
Freeman. Abstain too. Olson.
Yes?
Okay. Another motion?
I'll make a motion that, for the Public Works Department, promotion of Josh, how do you pronounce his name, Burham?
Verham, yeah.
Burham, from crew leader to interim Public Works Director at the pay grade recommended on the agenda.
Make sure it's interim assistant.
Second.
Interim Assistant Public Works Director, yes, I said interim director, so interim assistant.
Yeah, right.
Thank you.
And
Second.
that- And that term is for,
Yeah, till the end of the calendar year.
and who seconded that? Was that you?
I did,
Okay.
yes.
And you're okay till the end of the calendar year? Okay. Clerk call the roll.
Gallagher.
Yes.
Callaghan.
Yes.
Kobe.
Yes.
Scarborough.
Yes.
Showers.
Yes.
Freeman.
Here.
Olson.
Yes.
Alrighty. Now, going to go back into the agenda. Do we need a motion to do that? No? Okay.
No.
We have Public Works, or, I'm sorry, public comments, and I see no one. We have mayor's comments, which I have a couple. Before you, you have 2 sheets of paper that the applications for the Board of Zoning Adjustments, which is different than the Board of Zoning. One is for John McKee, who lives on Circle Drive. One is for Brian Brittingham, who lives on North Brookside. And I would need an approval from the board to have them sit on the Board of Zoning Adjustments. You can do them both or one at a time. No one?
I will make a motion to accept the application for both, I can't read this handwriting, both the applicants for the, what'd you say this was the board was?
Board of Zoning Adjustments.
The Board of Zoning Adjustments. Did I finish my entire motion? Okay. I got
Second.
lost after the sentence.
Who was the
Second.
Okay. Any further discussion? Clerk call the roll.
Gallagher.
Yes.
Callaghan.
Yes.
Kobe.
Yes.
Scarborough.
Yes.
Showers.
Yes.
Freeman.
Yes.
Olson.
Yes.
Okay. The other thing is, and then I'll turn it over to Stephanie. We need to notify the board that until we get a full park board, the Board of Aldermen are going to have to approve any park funds that we expend. So I need a motion and a second on that, and then we can discuss.
A motion and a second on a specific expenditure or?
No, to accept handling the park board until we get
A full board,
mhm,
so just handling the expense.
expenditures,
Okay.
having discussions and motions about accepting what they want to do,
Okay.
because we can only, at this point, we
I'm
can
trying to
only,
think of- I'm trying to think of how to phrase the
yeah, we
motion.
can only have discussions. We can't have motions and seconds at that point.
Okay. Do we need a motion for that, or would we
Well-
just discuss it with the park board and then have any relevant motions?
We'd have
Made
to
at
have a
the time.
motion to vote on it.
Because you're taking over the approval of the funds.
Okay, okay, so I make a motion that the Board of Aldermen take over approval of funds for the Parks Board.
Okay,
Second.
Until they get a full committee.
Until they, okay, I'll amend mine to until they have a full committee.
Okay,
It's technically Parks and Recreation.
The Parks and Recreation Board further amended. No, you're good. I want to make sure.
I don't know if that matters, but it might.
okay. Is there a second?
That's it.
Okay, thanks, Dean. Clerk call the roll?
Gallagher,
Yes.
Callagher,
Yes.
Jacoby,
Yes.
Scarborough,
Yes.
Showers,
Yes.
Freeman,
Yeah,
Olson.
Yes.
okay. Thank you. All right, Stephanie, I'm gonna turn it over to you.
Well, we had a robust meeting on Wednesday, September 24th. So there was discussion of carving the park, fall events. Mayor Flippin confirmed that Patrick Gallagher and Jen Gallagher will be providing music. Oh, and Alderwoman Serenity Olson will handle photography.
You're out.
Huh?
You're out, aren't you?
Yes, I was not consulted
so-
about that.
I'm so sorry.
I have a wedding that day, so I am not available at all.
me.
Oh, okay, so,
I
Terrific.
have another one as well.
okay.
It is my son's birthday. and
Okay.
We're doing stuff with him.
Okay, so this is what was shared by Mayor Flippin. So
So
I
sorry.
just,
If I just may remind, at a wedding and won't be here, Josh and John will be here.
so, how,
When is this?
October 18th?
It's in the flyer. Okay.
Okay. Well, thanks for the updates and voluntold.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't see
And,
this, I saw it in the email, I was like, I was not aware.
Yeah, I was like, okay,
I'm
I was
sorry.
like, terrific, we got teamwork here. Maybe not.
I have an older wedding.
Okay, well, that's cool, even if it's a small gathering.
It's your first time.
Well, can we not call it Carve in the Park? Can we call it like an Oktoberfest? So we have a general theme, just an idea so we can make it annual.
Okay.
That's just my idea. I am actually on a listserv looking for local farmers to donate pumpkins, and Chris and Josh mentioned Menards, Home Depot, or big box stores that might be able to, we could use our status. I'm not sure if we're considered nonprofit status. So basically we need 4 to 5 volunteers, and as was shared, just wanting to make protocol funding and donation. There is someone that's willing to do a potential raffle for a housing for trip for Florida and Las Vegas, so that there will be additional funds that can be. I see your eyes and you're scratching your eye. Yes, Pat.
It just confuses me. It maybe it was because I wasn't there. You're talking about sending people to Las Vegas and Florida,
It's a raffle.
a raffle?
Yeah,
For
so
a
a
trip.
fundraising raffle for the Parks and Recreation. So it'd be like a $7 donation
Yeah.
towards that, so we can create funds. So I guess the question, is there a need for an ordinance? What is the protocol for that? Because and also, Mayor Flippin also volunteered at you and herself that you guys could solicit funds from local commercial people around here. So if you have any suggestions, I'm all open.
So real quick,
Yes.
to check, because again, I got a little bit confused right there. So for the raffle, it would be the city paying for this trip?
No, since I own an agency, a travel agency, I was willing to donate a travel logistic piece so that we could start a fundraiser.
Okay, because that would be my question.
And now, is that an ethics issue because I'm using my company to donate to Pleasant Valley?
I think more research would have to be done.
Okay,
I don't
then
know
let's
off
do
the top of
more
my head.
research on that.
And then,
Yes.
because that was my further question, is like, let's say only, I don't know, 2 people entered the raffle, so we made like $14. That's obviously not enough to pay for a trip, so that's why I wanted to check, like, if that's paid for the
Okay.
city or if it's paid for by you, and then if it was paid for by you, would you be taking the donations for the raffle as payment for that, or would that go to the city and then the entire thing is just donated out of pocket for you?
We have to talk about that, but I was just doing it as a donation. It
Okay.
didn't matter if I
That's
paid a
what-
certain amount of money. It was a donation to kickstart the Parks and Recreation. That's my attitude on that, and to get everybody involved, from the employees to the citizens. So I don't mind taking a hit for that if it's going to engage people in Parks and Recreation. So that goes into something else I'd like to discuss. I have approached people for Parks and Recreation. The length of term is like 5 years, and a lot of people get squeamish and say, oh no, not 5 years. What is the ordinance and the protocol to get it at least to 2 years so people can not feel so overly committed? Just a suggestion.
Ordinances can be changed, just.
We could amend that ordinance.
Yes, I
Would
need
you
that
like that?
amended.
It would be a motion to say, hey, let's, here, the current ordinance says 5 years, can we direct city staff to change the ordinance to 2-year appointment terms for the Parks Board?
Biggest reason while it's heavy on the years, 5 years, is because the number of members, the Park and Rec Board has 5, total
Yes.
500, and I think it's so you can stagger the end dates or the expire dates, if you will. But
Well,
I
we
think that's the only reason it's stretched. that
Okay,
long.
so I would like to amend that to 2 years, and we could stagger it, like someone comes in and says, okay, in the future, we'll figure that out, but that has been a hindrance for those that want to commit. 5 years is a long time, yes?
Do we just need to make a motion on that, or do we need to bring the ordinance forward first and then?
You can make a motion and then I'll create the ordinance for you and send it to vote out the ordinance.
So you can make that motion then if you would like to.
Okay, I'd like to make the motion for the Parks and Recreation Board to change the length of term from 5 years to 2 years.
Is there a second? Second. Linda, second. Okay, any further discussion?
Not on this, but something else.
I agree. Call the roll.
Gallagher,
Yes.
Callaghan,
Yes.
Jacoby,
Yes.
Scarborough,
Yes.
Showers,
Yes.
Freeman,
Yes.
Olson.
Yes.
Next.
I got,
Wait,
Yes.
So, Matt, do you have any idea on the number of people that have responded to either sign up or?
For
The park, the card in the park.
Lisa actually put that out, I think she was tracking it, I don't know.
But we definitely need to know at least by Friday if we're gonna try to get pumpkins by Monday-ish. And one other thing, we discussed also Chief Newsom, and I had the wrong chief in there. Possibly doing one of his staff members doing a safety around Halloween and the importance about masks and fires, and people should have bonfires. Just was discussed. And even Chief Nick Lee, I'm gonna mess up people's name. I'll give you a new name. Chief M possibly coming in talking about safety at night and trick or treating. Those are the things.
But what time is that?
We're staggering it from 12 to 3, so, but it's depending on how many people register. I mean, we might have to call it off if it's not necessarily done and push it off to do another event.
Could you let her know?
Sorry.
Could you let her know this week?
So I'm open to it. Yes, ma'am.
So card in the park is you have to register ahead of time?
Yes. So that's all I have for now. I had ideas for galas and fundraisers and wanted to talk to like Chief M, since he participated in a golf event, and maybe looking at an annual golf event or here for Pleasant Valley, or to look at fundraising a potential gala. I did identify a chef that was willing to work with Parks and Recreation to have a gala. He would, as long as we bought the food And he said specifically Pleasant Valley Church, but he was willing to do it as a fundraiser for us. So I'm trying to find ways where we can have annual family, even employees involved, so that we can have a presence. That's all for now.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can I add one thing? Sorry.
Yes.
On the money part, we did discuss purchasing, if we can't get pumpkins donated, purchasing pumpkins and some other items, the cider and such, using potentially leftover day in the park money. That's something that probably needs to be approved or disapproved tonight, because we're talking about, if we're gonna need to buy some pumpkins, need to get them the end of this week or very early next week.
Okay. So I'd like to make a motion that we get pumpkins and cider using the Day in the Park excess funds. Is that correct? Did I?
Yeah, it's like I think it's $440. And that's not to say that all that would be spent, but the ability to use that money as it sits.
From a
Would you
motion
add-
perspective, I would like to make sure that we don't purchase something that's not committed to an actual person who RSVP. So when we craft the motion, I think it's a good, cool idea if we help provide funds for it. But if we only have one person RSVP and the city purchases 20 pumpkins, we've got 19 pumpkins that are just sitting around doing nothing.
Well, that's where we're gonna have a deadline. We have a deadline that comes up, I think.
I can tell people did not read their flyer.
Well,
I
and
mean, I saw
that's,
it, but I didn't see anything about it.
And like we got two different ones, and one said, they said different information, so I think they corrected it on the second one.
Really?
The first one, it had James Smith writing.
and I
Yep,
like,
I saw that one
Had
too.
James Smith writing the mayor's comments, and the second one, they corrected it. And the first one, it said that the fire day was Saturday, October 12th. It's like, okay, it has to be one or the other. And the second time, it said Saturday, October 11th. So I think they sent
Okay.
a flyer and had all these mistakes, and then they sent a second flyer.
All right.
So
Wow,
we
no
need a
wonder
second
people have been
proofread.
looking at me like I'm crazy.
so Patrick, with your question too, I mean, we run into that all the time with park stuff, mainly like we never know, we have a crystal ball, you never know how many sandwiches to buy for day in the park, so.
Yeah.
Like you said, but
Yeah, but Day in the Park has never been RSVP.
Yeah,
It
this
is-
is a,
it's
it's
just
a
show
registered
up
event.
and we know that we're gonna get between
based
75 and
on,
100 people.
based on previous attendance, yeah, this is a new event,
It's a new event, we have
no previous.
we do have
attendance.
RSVP options available.
When I asked Lisa, end of last week, nobody had,
Okay.
signed up.
But if you make this up, do they have to say specifically pumpkins and cider, or can they say and supplies? What if you need cups for the cider?
Right, yeah.
I mean, without the city having a Facebook that runs for the actual city, you're not gonna get anyone that's gonna register for the most part. I mean,
Yeah.
realistically, I mean, I'll share it on the court's page, but unless you want like a whole bunch of defendants, I don't think I'm gonna get very far either. You can post it in like Swap and Shop, but
Was it on the
And then you-
electronic sign too?
I don't think it was.
No.
Not yet.
I hadn't seen it.
So I guess there's a further discussion. I guess I'll direct this to Matthew. Do we have a Facebook page for Pleasant Valley?
I think there is a Facebook page, but it's nothing. that's been-
Elizabeth had ran it, but she was the only one that had access. There's the parks one. though,
I'll
for
make a
civic.
note on that, that it's something that we had discussed of wanting to have a social media account for Pleasant Valley. We never ended up making any formal decisions. That was something that was discussed with it before this last election, so with the previous board. So it's something that we could definitely bring back up, and because we talked about it for the live streaming and sharing the meetings, because there's a lot of people who just didn't know that there's still a lot of people who don't know that it's live streamed, so,
So that doesn't go get off and put on there.
yeah.
And then,
So I don't know if we have access to that account. So it's something that we would need to like fully kind of
So then the other piece with that, Facebook, there was something else I was gonna say in regards to that. Oh, yeah, on our website, it still has on every first Monday at 6 PM, the Parks and Recreation. So that needs to be modified. It'll probably be the third week. Like a Wednesday.
You can have it the same
Yeah.
each month.
Mhm.
And can you reach out to John?
Elvis.
Get it on the electronic board tomorrow, so maybe we'll get more feedback, at least by the residents that drive by that.
Mhm.
We can do that.
And I think we had the cutout date. Let me look here.
It's the 10th.
The 10th by Friday. I think. So we'll see. If not, we'll try again another time.
Okay. So, back to the funding, please.
Okay, what's the going rate of pumpkins?
Walmart
$6.
is-
6.
6?
Walmart just lowered their price, $4.99.
What about Aldi?
That's the cheapest I've seen. We don't have an account with all of them.
Oh.
It doesn't mean we can't try and move it.
I've seen the jumbo ones at Sam's for $6, what I've seen.
The Walmarts are the, not
Like,
as big,
Yeah, the
they're
more medium-sized ones.
they were $4.99. Menards was $4.99.
So I move that we approve a maximum of $100 from the excess day in the park funds to be used for materials and items from and supporting the Carve in the Park event.
Can we make it 150?
I would second 100.
What's the rationale?
I can't imagine we spend more than that.
As $6, I mean, $4.50 in other cases. Just trying to set a reasonable cap.
Okay.
I don't think you would get anywhere close to it.
$100. So, you said 20 pumpkins?
No, I'm not giving a pumpkin number. I'm just saying, when you get up to the point and you know, I need 15 pumpkins, or I need 10 pumpkins, or I need 5. Like, that's the point that you're like, okay, is that within the amount? And then get work and purchase up to the maximum.
What about the concern that maybe people will show up that didn't register and then we don't have a pumpkin for them?
I would tell them if you didn't register, then you don't get a pumpkin.
Okay.
It's on the piece of
So
paper.
Cody,
Couldn't you just, maybe tomorrow ask Lisa how many people have registered?
Well, yeah, we're certainly gonna do that.
Yeah.
The only problem is that we just need to make the motion tonight because the deadline will be before our next
Right.
meeting. Well, that will be before the next meeting.
That way they would have an
Yeah,
idea how many pumpkins to get.
Fudge, apple cider, pumpkin.
yeah.
Yeah.
And carving tools, they are going to provide them themselves, correct?
So carving tools, we were
That's
asked to
$6.
go ahead of time, Public Works.
Okay.
And then when we've been out and about and looked at carving tool kits, they all consist of the serrated saw and sharp cutting tools that Myrna, I believe, said no on. And then the other,
They said no for us providing them.
yes, right. So.
If they bring them
So there's no point
themselves,
in buying them if we can't provide them. The other part of the kits is what you would use to scoop the guts out, and if we're scooping guts out, then those kits are,
useless.
why buy them,
Okay,
is my point.
so just use your hand.
Well, I think you're saying that the Public Works is gonna pre-scoop that stuff out.
That's what I mean.
So the kids don't need to do that part.
Right, so then they don't need the scoop stuff in the kit, and we're not allowed to provide the serrated or sharp stuff, so there's no point in buying the kits.
I second.
Okay. Anything else?
To help them.
They need, yes.
Clerk call the
So
roll.
this is for the $100, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Gallagher,
Yes.
Callaghan,
Yes.
Jacoby,
Yes.
Scarborough,
Yes.
Showers,
Yes.
Freeman,
No.
Olson.
Yes.
So 100, I'm sorry. I gotta know, 'cause I gotta track it. Yeah. $100, okay.
Okay, anything else, Stephanie?
No. Thanks for your time.
Okay, old business.
I have a quick Alderman comment.
Mhm.
I wanted to make a note on the ethics committee, which if anyone's been here for a while, they know I used to say this a lot during Alderman comments. But I was thinking about it and wondering if we could actually change the requirements needed to fill the ethics committee. Because one of the requirements is something like if somebody needs to be an attorney that sits on the ethics committee, which is very difficult to find in a town our size, somebody who's willing to sit on the ethics committee.
You don't have to have them be a resident. You
Okay,
just have to have an attorney pro bono.
so I'm wondering if we can remove that as a necessity from the ethics committee, because I don't know if we will ever find somebody willing to do that.
I don't think you will.
So I'm wondering if we could change the requirements for the ethics committee, so that way we can
I can
realistically
check
get.
with the attorneys.
Okay, so I would love to see, and then maybe get an update on that, so that we
Okay.
can hopefully have an ethics committee one day.
That would be nice.
That would be nice.
Thank you.
I just wonder, because Lauber is a pretty good sized firm, if they have some, maybe some undergrads, something at their firm that,
A non-billable person.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, somebody non-billable that they would say, yeah, this is gonna give you some municipality time. So, I mean, it'd be worth a call to Jennifer and ask her that question.
Okay,
If we can check on just both of those, that'd be wonderful. Thank you.
any other alderman comment?
Correct me if I'm wrong, we have applicants, like, there
I
are
believe so.
applicants for the ethics committee.
Do you remember, Matthew?
I have gotten applicants, yes, not enough to.
Make a vote.
Right, not enough.
So I want to say it was like 2 or 3.
Do you
I
have
think-
to have 5?
I don't know, but I think as of right now, I was under the impression that we at least had to have this attorney.
Yes, you have to have it.
So,
But I don't think you need 5.
yeah, but the problem is if we don't have the attorney, then we can't. So if we can do it with just 3 and we have 3 applicants, then we can have the ethics committee, by the next meeting, if we can make that
You can
change.
check with our public defender, but I think first you should check with Lauber.
Yeah.
And then otherwise our public defender may do it.
Okay, well, that would be good too, because we've been trying to get this, well, I think it's been almost a year now that we've had this ethics committee.
I just didn't think you had applicants,
Yeah.
other than the one I knew.
Okay,
I think you were more for it, too.
administration,
I provided a written report and I included in mine information about our business and about the possibility of switching our IT services and phone from their current vendors to Allo, and asking the board for consideration to bring a contract to a future meeting. I don't know if Alderman Gallagher would like to speak on that, or if
Yeah.
we're planning on it later.
Yeah, no,
I included it in my
we-
section, but it's really, I'll lean on the.
Yeah, this is a staff recommendation. So I sat in on some meetings between Allo and city staff to revamp our IT service provider. So today, we spend like $950 per month on phone lines. That's a very large amount between phone lines and phone rental fees. So Allo has 2 portions of their business. Part of it is voice. The other part of it is IT services, managed IT services. So today, $950 per month dedicated, like just straight out. Allo has a quote for $450, $467 roughly, for to meet the same needs that the city has, just with a different provider. So that's not changing the level of functionality, changing a feature set. That is rip and replace to the same level of service that we currently have, about half the monthly cost. Additionally, on the managed service provider side, so server maintenance, computer support, hardware installation, router installation, security software, managing our tenancy with Microsoft, licensing for software, like all of that is managed service providers. And currently we spend about $125,000 a year with our existing MSP. And most of that is funded through, we have standard monthly allotments, like we pay $6,000 out the gate for their services, and then they have project-based work on top of that. So the quote that we received from Allo is very competitive to match the same level of service, and in many cases, I think a better level of service than what we're currently receiving. So the quote from Allo is $47,000 a year, which is considerably less, with the same level of service, same SLAs, and in many cases, better SLAs and better service than what we're currently getting. So I corroborate the recommendation from city staff on moving our city managed IT services and voice services to Allo Fiber and Communications.
I have a question, because I'm a non-tech person.
Yep.
What is SLT?
SLA?
Yes, what does
It
that
stands for
mean?
Standard or Service Level Agreement.
Okay,
So what SLA says is, let's say we have a critical computer equipment go out at 1 o'clock in the morning. SLA says, for a critical piece of communication equipment, our required level or required time to initially address that issue is 30 minutes. Within 30 minutes of being notified of an issue, we need to start working on it.
okay,
For a non-critical piece of hardware, it's maybe 4 hours or 8 hours. So that SLA dictates what level of service we get and how responsive they are in both initially communicating to us about the problem and then finally resolving the issue. And that's all tracked on like a per ticket basis. So they'll categorize and classify the type of incident, the type of issue as it comes in, and then the clock starts ticking. And then depending on what that categorization is, they either hit it or they miss it. And at the end of the month, we get a report that says, hey, you guys had 60 incidents. Our standard SLA was met on 98% of it. Here's the ones that fell outside of that window. We took 16 hours to respond to this issue when we should have taken 12. It's a way to track and monitor the responsiveness of our providers.
I just want to make sure, so you said service level agreement, and you gave an example, it was very generic. Could you like give I'm trying to wrap what you're trying to say. Can you give another example, please?
Sure.
That has like teeth to it, things.
Sure. Oh, here's an example. Fire department needed a wireless service, a wireless access point inside of the facility. So they get a request that's not a critical issue, but it is a ticket, a request. So fire department says, hey, we need this thing, and a ticket is opened, a project is set up, and then the time that the first person responds to that issue from the company, hey, got your issue, let me engage our hardware guys, and let me talk to our job manager. That is time to first contact. And if that is very quick, what that prevents is us saying, we submitted a ticket 4 hours ago, but we haven't heard back from you guys at all. So that time to first response is really important. It helps us, gives that reassurance that they're talking to. Time to resolution is after that initial contact. Okay, yes, we identified a need for the department to have wireless access point. I've talked to the correct people. Let's say it's a non-critical hardware-based request. You have 5 days to resolve that issue. Within 5 days, that ticket gets routed to the right people, it gets installed, it gets closed, and that's a met SLA.
Okay. Thank you for the explanation.
And then, is this request for a motion? It just says Board of Alderman permission. So do you just need like a group consent, or do we need to make a motion?
I prefer a motion.
Okay.
I didn't want the board to think that this decision had been made without any board input. We are asking, we've done the research, we've met with multiple vendors. This is clearly, I think, the best option. What we would like to do is take the next step, request a formal contract from them, bring that contract for the board for consideration and approval.
So then I would like to make a motion that staff requests a contract from Allo Business for IT and phone services.
I second the motion.
Okay. Any further discussion?
Does that, when we get a contract, we want to go ahead and forward it to legal to have them review it to see if we sign it for good or if they got any, or should we get a contract and then
Discuss it?
discuss it? And
It's really up to the board. I think historically we've done it both ways. Either way, the board is gonna discuss it and the lawyers are gonna look at it. It's just a matter of whether we make it.
and length of time that it would take to happen. I would say if we get a contract from them and the numbers are what they gave us initially, I think the legal team could look at it just
First.
and make a recommendation that, yes, it all looks good and the board can thumbs up or thumbs down.
I'm not trying to tell you which way to go. My limited experience to this point with Lava, they've been very responsive. They've turned things around quickly.
It's still gonna cost us 2 weeks.
Yes.
And that puts us, that'll put us into the middle of another month instead of trying, it doesn't.
I agree. It makes sense that if when you receive the contract, if you run it through legal first, so then the copy that we get has already been run through legal, so then we can just approve it without having to say, bring it to legal after the meeting and then.
Yeah, especially, you're gonna look at the numbers that they give us and comparatively, if they match what they gave us in the estimate when they came, if those numbers are really close, go on to legal with it instead of coming to us and say, yep, it is, and send it on. Just,
And
I
already
would-
reviewed by legal.
I looked at
I think the board-
invoices today when I was signing some checks and what we're currently paying, I think we're overpaying tremendously. And I want to shut that off as soon as we can.
Do you think we'd be able to get a contract for board review by the second meeting in October? Fantastic.
Linda?
Matthew, have you checked with other cities to see if any of them use IT?
The city I know of that uses Allo for IT is Smithville, which they use them as
And did they give them a good
a,
recommendation?
now that I will reach out to Smithville.
Okay.
Good point, Linda. Okay,
We have a motion.
motion on the floor. Is there a second on the floor? Approve it. Second? Okay. We've had discussion. Clerk, call the roll.
Gallagher,
Yes.
Callaghan,
Yes.
Jacoby,
Yes.
Scarborough,
Yes.
Showers,
Yes.
Freeman,
Yes.
Olson.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else from you?
Anything else?
Okay. Fire department. I know, wake up.
I don't have a written report, but I did include, the invoice, and that is those are the final numbers for the ambulance. The final on the second page, the total is $329,063.19. And it's broken down so you can see kind of some of the changes that created that price. One thing I will tell you that I wasn't aware of until we did the video walkthrough, that the chassis is actually a 2025 instead of 2024. But that also, the price was a little higher. It wasn't an option, it was what it was. But at the end of the day, we have a 2025. It's gonna be, the resale value is a year newer, so it's gonna be a good thing for us. The ambulance is it's actually in Green Valley at Feld. We still need to do a few things. We have to install the auto loader for the cot. We will have to, we're taking the radios out of the old reserve ambulance to put in there. There'll be some time for that. They have to install the narcotics vault in there. There's a few changes to some lighting, but kind of minor things. There is a chance, slim chance, that we're having our open house on Saturday the 11th. Maybe we'll have it there. I hope we do, but I'm not promising anything. So that's where we are. Obviously, we're not, they're not going to get the check until the ambulance is delivered. And that price does not include the check for selling our reserve ambulance at $7,500. That's not reflected here. So the final, if you put it together, it's going to be at $321,000 once we get that trade.
And are they taking, I'm sorry,
No, you're fine.
okay, are they taking our reserve ambulance back?
What do you mean taking it back?
Well, is this a just a one shot deal? They're bringing a new ambulance and we're giving them the old ambulance, or is there two companies involved?
So we will be getting a check cut directly from, they're not the ones writing the check for the reserve ambulance.
Okay.
It's another company.
Okay,
So, but remember, we'll always, we're gonna do this, so we always have a first-in ambulance and a reserve ambulance. We don't want to be without
A backup.
So that's kind of in our timing of how we kind of do this, so. But yeah, we are gonna pull some other things off of the old ambulance, and some oxygen cylinder brackets and a few things that they'll take off that one, so we can install them in and save some money there too. But, so anyway, it's just kind of a timing thing.
I was just confirming this is already approved expense that we've gone through forever ago, so you don't need any board motion on this, right? This is just informational.
Well, so the only thing I would say is
It's increased.
that it's a little bit, money's more than what was. I think we approved 322,000. So if you include the cost for the trade-in, we're underneath that, but that's technically not exactly how it.
Yeah. Do we feel we need to have an updated motion then?
I don't, sorry.
go ahead.
I don't think so, because our approval of the consent agenda included an approval of expenditures. And that approval of expenditures, if you notice, capital improvements fund bills in the amount of $329,063.18. So technically, when we approved the consent agenda, we approved the increased amount for the ambulance.
I love it. Thank you.
Very good. We're excited, Chief.
Oh, yeah, so are we. So, yeah, I hope to see you on Saturday, 10 to noon. Like I said, in the last meeting, the theme is lithium-ion battery safety. So, yeah, we'll have some information on that. And, coffee and donuts, and come hang out.
Well,
More sugar, yes.
that's my birthday, so I expect a cake.
The
Let's
nerd
candle,
dream.
But it
and a donut.
The
Yeah.
donuts.
We can light something on fire.
There you go. As long as something is on fire when I show up, I'll be happy.
All right,
Thank
thank you.
As long as it's not you.
As long as I'm not on fire.
Jared,
Good evening. The only thing I have is subject to academy sponsorship. 4 or 5 years ago, I think, the previous board, due to our lack of recruiting, I guess to say, approved sponsoring a cadet through the police academy, which means we would front the cost for the police academy, pay in salary or through the academy, and then they would sign a 3-year contract with us, and us doing that for them. It is prorated, so if they leave before the 3 years is up, we'll get money back from them. Also included in that contract is one-time equipment fees, like their vest that is fitted for them that we would purchase. That's also included in the contract. So really, I'm just coming to you to make sure that that's still an okay thing for me to do, because right now we actually have 2 recruits that we're hopefully looking to put through the academy in January.
I have a quick question. When we discussed this at personnel, Matthew, were you able to find anything?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would love it.
Yeah, we actually have one, that's another thing I was getting on. We have one just straight putting through the academy, and then there's a thing called Blue Scholarship that the Missouri legislature put into effect a couple of years ago, where somebody applies for it, and the money goes straight to the cadet. The city doesn't see it. So then we have another contract that says if there's anything over that amount that's not covered by that scholarship, we would pay. So that'd be the portion of that scholarship.
And were these in ordinance form?
Mhm.
Okay, perfect. So then do we,
We need to make create an ordinance?
well, if we already have an ordinance for it, what is the,
Well, it's not an ordinance, it's an agreement. We have
Okay.
agreements written out that we can bring back into ordinance
I
form that
understand.
you would vote on.
okay. So then I would make a motion that you move forward with bringing those ordinances before the board for both of the cadets.
Second.
Does that work?
I mean,
You got it in your 26 budget?
not yet.
Okay,
I was waiting for this approval.
okay.
Now, with that said, they won't be on their own. They'll get out of the academy in April sometime, and you're looking at 5 or 6 months in training, so towards the end of 26 before they're out on their own.
What's the cost? What's the academy?
The academy's in between, probably around 6,000, and then equipment, you're probably looking at about 1,500.
Does the contract normally start when they start school? But they're not riding with us through academy. They will start after academy finishes.
Yeah, because if you had them coming in, time outside of the academy, you have to pay them overtime, because they're gonna be 40 hours a week at the academy.
And then does that 3 years start after they're finished with
After
academy?
the academy.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I thought you just said that it started on day 1 of academy.
I think it's after the academy, I'm not sure, I'll have to reread it.
Okay.
So they sign into the contract at the start of academy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, because if they fail out, they own something like that.
Yeah.
I think you're right, Jared. I think it is after the academy, and the 3 years start, the end of work.
It says it in there, I can't recall what it says.
Yeah, it should, when we have the ordinance in front of us, we'll be able to review that.
Yeah.
Call the roll?
You got a second?
Yeah, Pat,
Yes.
second.
Okay, very good.
Gallagher,
Yes.
Callaghan,
Yes.
Cody,
Yes.
Scarborough,
Yes.
Showers,
Yes.
Freeman.
Yes.
Olson.
Yes.
Perfect, thank you. That's all I have.
Thank you. Municipal court, Sarah.
First talking. I just have my report. I have nothing else.
Anybody have questions for her?
Nope.
How
Again,
about
it would be
works?
like you. I don't get it.
Public Works, I didn't have anything requiring board attention, I didn't know if anybody had any questions. I answered.
Oh, we did.
I think we took care of it.
Yeah, he's after you.
All right. Nothing from human resources or the personnel committee? Or yes?
I just have my written report, so unless anyone has any questions, we did mention that we need to schedule a finance committee meeting, but I don't know if Pat wants to touch on that in finance.
Okay.
Okay, that's it.
Oh, well, I will just say, I love the existence of this report. This is really awesome. Thank you for writing
I'm
it.
trying. I have a very short window to write it, and I'm busy on weekends, so Fridays can be tough, but I'm trying to get them done in time to get sent out with the board packets.
Everybody got one.
Okay, so finance committee. We need to schedule a finance committee meeting to go over a number of items. Number one, the biggest thing is we have a really good view of the budget for 26. So let's take a look at things. We're looking to have the finance committee meeting before the second meeting in October. So within the next 2 weeks, we're looking to have this meeting. How does the 14th look? It's a Tuesday.
I am not available the 14th.
Okay.
Just me.
I won't be able to do that either on a Tuesday.
What days?
Every
should-
Tuesday.
Okay,
The 15th is open for me, following day.
okay, Wednesday the 15th. I'm sorry. Matthew, what?
The Board of Zoning Adjustment public hearing is Wednesday the 15th at 6.
PM.
But you could have something in the afternoon.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just, if you were looking at the evening meeting, that there's a conflict.
Okay, how does 4 o'clock with
I like
2
giving us
hours?
a cutoff.
That
I like
gives,
the
it gives us a
cutoff.
cutoff.
I like that.
I could talk all day about this stuff. So
15th.
15.
The
15th at 4 o'clock.
15th at 4.
That works for me.
Yeah.
And what's the next board meeting?
The 20th.
No, but I'm saying the 15th, we mentioned there was something previous to that.
Board of Zoning is at 6
It's,
that day.
it's a 6 that same evening.
Board of Zoning Adjustments is at 6.
You said 4? How long is it gonna last?
We'd have to be done by
Definitely,
6.
definitely within 2 hours.
Oh.
Because the next board is gonna be coming in a meeting.
I don't think I can, but I'll try. I've got an appointment on the 15th, 16th.
I won't be able to be there.
Okay, how about we pull it a little bit closer?
Or go back to the 14th, because there are only, how many people are missing there?
Me and Linda.
11.
It's 2 on both days.
If it's 4 to 6, I can't do it.
How about the 13th? I'm wide open on
Okay,
I can't do the 13th either. But again, I don't have to be there. I would. That'd be great if I wasn't there.
it is getting people acquainted with what the budget looks like. You can provide comments, we can start changing a couple of numbers, things like that.
You say the 13th?
You can't do that in the evening on the 13th.
Court.
We have court
At what time?
at 5,
5?
but like we get people in here at like 4:30.
Well, we wouldn't be able to do that. Yeah, not to.
Okay, how does this week look?
Right.
How does this Thursday look, the 9th?
Not for
Do
me.
it.
Not for me.
Friday the 10th?
Can't do it.
Okay, and I'm flipping back around for about October the 17th.
Friday?
It's a Friday, yep.
I'd prefer not to do Fridays if we can keep from it.
Okay,
We're probably
I-
gonna be
I was gonna
too
say,
short.
we're not gonna be able to get everyone, a day that has everyone, especially with only a week notice. So I think we're just gonna have to pick a day that works for the majority of people.
Say 14th and 15th works for me.
okay.
And the 16th would work
The
too.
16th is personnel, so
Yeah.
if we did, we'd have to do it around personnel.
Well, they meet at 2, so if we were to meet at 4, that would surely be done in 2 hours.
Yeah, and I have no work at all, so that's great.
Thursday, right? At 4?
Thursday, the 16th? At 4?
How many people are gonna be?
I won't be here.
We need a minimum of 4 people.
We have a minimum of 4 on, it looks like Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. So it's just picking one of those days.
So do you want this to be a special board meeting? Or do you just want it?
Just the finance committee.
Okay,
But the entire board makes up the finance committee.
Yeah, we are all the finance committee.
I'd say just pick
Well,
whichever,
it's your,
Tuesday, Wednesday.
you're in charge, so
Thursday.
you just pick one, Pat.
The risk is if we don't have a quorum, then the people who meet, we just disband.
I believe if you did the 15th, we would have a quorum.
Okay.
We'd be missing 2. If we did, it sounds like Tuesday, I can't do Tuesday, and Linda can't do
Tuesday's a
Tuesday.
I can't. Tuesday or Wednesday.
You can't do Tuesday
I
either?
can't do any.
Okay, well then, Wednesday would probably be better then.
Wednesday, the 15th.
That works for me. Wednesday work for you?
You said, Matt, that's the,
It's the Board of Zoning Adjustment.
that's the one street.
What time's that?
Oh,
Is it 10?
5:30.
What's it, 5:30?
We'd have to cut it short then.
okay.
Can we meet at 3?
You cannot have any left there.
Can we do 3 to 5?
Yes. How about we do Wednesday from 3 to 5? Let's try to cut it down a little bit. Let's do 3 to 4:30
On the 15th.
on the 15th. Wednesday the 15th, 3 to 4:30.
Do we have to be there?
It would be good to have the department heads with us to talk about what is important to your department. It kind of explains the numbers. But if it's not possible, then maybe you can have a little written thing that highlights your important points and I can talk about them.
Please obey me. I leave at 3 on Wednesday to drive my daughter to Oakland Park for work.
Okay,
So,
3 to 4:30.
So we're gonna have 3 meetings on that day? Jeez. Okay.
Feel bad for whoever's writing those minutes.
Who can it be?
Whoever.
Okay, so there's a couple of things. Number one, this change to the IT is going to have a profound impact on our budget. This is a step in the right direction. Thank you for directing city staff to move forward with the contract. That is fantastic. Our initial sets the numbers look really good. We have modest improvements in our income. We have about leveling with our expenses, and we're projecting a surplus at the end of the year if everything goes according to budget. Nothing ever goes according to budget. That is very different from a couple of years in the past where our encumbered carried forward was $100,000, $200,000, $300,000. So projections are looking good. Our end of year stuff for 25 is looking really positive so far. And there's a couple of personnel style things that are going to be brought up during the finance committee meeting. Take-home card policy, the finances impacting such a policy, adding the numbers for the contracts for Academy to the numbers, understanding capital purchases expenses for department heads is going to be a component of it as well. And I think there's a couple other things. We'll work on an agenda and get that set out for you guys. Any questions for me? Awesome. That's a yield back. I don't think I have to say that, but
Yield back.
I like it.
Okay, any new business that needs to come forward?
To adjourn.
Well, let's all say yay because there are no ordinances or resolutions to deal with. So I'm looking for an adjournment motion.
Second.
Okay. Okay.
Come on, people.
Clerk, call the roll.
Gallagher.
Yes.
Gallagher.
Yes.
Jacoby.
Yes.
Scarborough.
Yes.
Showers.
Yes.
Freeman.
Yes.
Olson.
Yes.
Game is still 0-0, by the way.
Thank you all for sticking it out.
Oh, that's it.